What's going on, fam? It's your boy KP, and I'm back with another video. All praise and credit due to the Most High God and His Son, Yeshua Mashiach. Trying to tell y'all in these end times, King Jesus, He the greatest one to ever do it, the greatest one to ever walk this earth. Let's see. Tell y'all a little bit first what's been going on with me. I've been back in Medellin, Colombia for about 5 days. I spent 5 weeks over in Mexico, and Mexico was cool and all right, but there's nothing like Colombia, man. The people are just, they have brighter spirits here. They're just a lot more nicer. It's less of a Babylonian Western influence on the culture. And to be honest, the environment's just a lot nicer. You know, TV and Netflix and Narcos and National Geographic has got people confused on what other countries look like and the technology and the developments. There's still a lot of comfort creatures from Western culture that I'm accustomed to that are here, and they're either better or they're just as equal. And I'll tell you a little bit about that. That's going to be in today's message. But I guess the title of this message is going to be "The Strong Delusion is Real." And you know, where I got inspiration for this message, I had an appointment today to go to a radiologist, get some teeth work, getting some dental work. So I was going to get like a panoramic X-ray. So, you know, I go through that, everything's cool, and then it's on like the 16th floor of this medical building. So I'm coming down the elevator, and, you know, it's stopping, it's picking up people at every, you know, at like 15, 14, 13. It's because it's like 3 in the evening and it's a little busy. But man, I'm on the elevator, and, you know, like I mess with little kids. I'll make faces at little kids and laugh. You know how little kids are. They want to look back at you if they're at the other table, but there's little kids in the elevator, and you know, I'm making a little face with her. You know, we laugh a little bit, and as we're going down from like the 16th floor, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm like, well, something just feels weird, and then I realized that the mother and the daughter are holding hands and they're facing the wall in the elevator. And then I look down, and these demons, you know, the social distancing, which Satan's I call it witchcraft with words. He's always using witchcraft to put people under spells. It's really physical distancing, which is mind control. They put like little stickers with feet facing towards the wall of the elevator. And these people are actually doing it. They're actually complying with stickers. So, and you know, just like it always happens, the entire revelation comes in my head, matched up with the scriptures about, like, you know, how in that time I'm gonna send them a strong delusion that they should believe a lie, and how in I think it's First Timothy. I'll put the scriptures that I'm referencing right now down in the description, but you know, these people and their science. So now you have people, the strong delusion that they believe the God. That's the punishment the Most High God gives people for rejecting His truth. When you reject the truth of the Most High God, you become subject and under the dominion of Satan, and he likes to lie to you. He likes to just make you do the silliest things. So, you know, it's a mother and a daughter standing facing the wall in an elevator for like a minute and a half. And I had a flashback to where, you know, I'm 47 now. So this was 40 years ago when you would get like punished in the classroom, like the teachers would go make you stand in the corner and put your nose in the corner for like 10 minutes. I don't know if that happened to anybody else, but that used to go on in elementary schools in Los Angeles. If that happened if you're around my age and you guys had those types of punishments in elementary school, leave a comment below. I'd like to hear what they were doing in your part of the nation 40 years ago. But, you know, a lot of people have a misinterpretation of who Yahweh is and who the true king of Israel is. And punishments are real. Just like the children of Israel disobeyed the knowledge of the Most High God, and he's like, I'm going to send you into captivity for 400 years, and then I'll bring you out. Like, the punishments are real. And as I'm looking at this mother and the daughter standing in the elevator facing the wall with mask on, I'm like, you're being punished. You're being punished. And God loves you enough to not kill you. Because if somebody's that big of a fool, like, I'm glad I'm not the one on the throne, because I'd be wiping people out for being fools, for being idiots. And Satan, through his science has become people's God. There's no more God. And that's been the deterioration of society. That's how Satan does it. He gets his foot in the door and he opens it up. And you can see this spiritually taking place, the deterioration of morals in society, just like things 20 years ago were not okay to do. I remember this was probably like last year, I think Argentina legalized abortion. So it was not okay to do 5 years ago, but now it's okay. And that shows the deterioration of society's morals that is taking place in the world. It's moving further and further away from the truth of Yahweh. And spiritually says, do not sacrifice your children to the god of Moloch, the god of child sacrifice. And people really don't know what abortion clinics are. They're just an altar for child sacrifice, paying homage to the god of Moloch. You know what I mean? And what will that look like? It'll look like a interface of an owl. How people have owl worship, that's really playing homage to Moloch. Like that stuff with Drake, how he has the little owls on his album. That's what that is, paying homage to the fallen angel of child sacrifice. And as I see, the people have rejected truth because there's many false prophets in this world, and the churches are ran by Freemasons, and they have put out a doctrine that, do this, and you're saved. And people believe that lie, and they believe they're saved because they were dunked inside of a swimming pool by some guy with a degree when they were 6 years old, and they believe that's what baptism is. So when you believe you possess something, the caveat to that is you stop searching for it because you believe you have it. You believe it, but it's a false belief. It's a belief that's in the mind. When you know something, you don't need any physical proof. And the Spirit of the Most High God is knowing. Let me give you an example. Of what knowing is. How knowing is higher than what the mind can comprehend, higher than logic, higher than what can be learned, what can be taught. It's wisdom being the principal thing, and all they're getting get understanding. So it's kind of like how a dog can roam around outside and smell different things that are food. And I'm sure you guys have seen something like this. A dog will walk up to something half eaten on the ground, he'll smell it, and then he'll keep walking, and then he'll eat something else. There is a wisdom in that dog's spirit that he cannot explain, but something says if you eat that, it's going to make you sick. And he walks in the spirit, even though he's hungry. The dog may walk in the spirit so he doesn't fulfill the lust of the flesh, even if his belly is growling. There's a type of adherence to the spirit that the dog has over his fleshly body. And that's what I see that has been driven out of society and driven out of these godless vessels that are here in the end times. And it's really heartbreaking because you want to give people the truth and you want to help them, but you know, I'm just a man like everybody else. Like they're rejecting God. So surely they don't want to hear what I have to say, you know, as an end time messenger. And it's just sad. It's sad that I see society's over, yo. Society is done. And you have to learn how satanic mind control, MK Ultra, Stockholm syndrome, begins to take root in a person's soul, their soul being their mind, their will, and emotions. It begins to take root in there. That's why Satan's got to keep telling people the same story over and over and over. People are dying, cases are rising. People are dying, cases are rising. Wash your hands. Like I was in the airport, and before I flew back to Medellin, obviously, in Mexico, and I'm sitting in the airport. I got there a little early because it was international. It was like an hour and a half, and the whole time on the loudspeaker, it's saying, "Conserve your distance, protect others." Wear your mask. We recommend you wash your hands frequently. Use social distancing. Avoid not talking to other people that are not in your party. And it's going on. And I realized it was like 1 minute of information on a loop of conditioning. And that's the way mind programming works. It's as a man thinketh, so is he. So when your ears and your eyes are not on guard, filtering what enters into your soul through your mind, right? Your mind's computing all these external observations through your eye gates and your ear gates. And if you let these just enter without evaluating, like I'm gonna accept that, that's truth, I'm gonna reject that, that's a lie. When you're not standing guard at the gate of the information that enters your soul, these things just begin to take root. These seeds, you know, Satan's a drug dealer, and he's on the corner with doubt. He's selling doubt, and with doubt is uncertainty, and with uncertainty comes fear, and with the fear comes death, right? And we're talking about like death, and you could look at it a bunch of different ways, but fear brings death of faith if you give in to fear. So these people have given in to fear, and when you're in a fearful state, you're pretty much cut off or blinded from the spirit. So you're going to look for all of your solutions in the physical realm, thus the hand washing, thus the mask wearing, thus the vaccine. And it's really, you know, I hear a lot of grown men these days, and they say things like, you know, is this area safe? Or, you know, you should go here, it's safe. Or, well, what part of the city are you staying in? Over here, it's more safe. And I look at them when they say that. A lot of times I don't even fight people or offer the truth because offering something somebody didn't ask for, I've learned is really just criticism in disguise. If you tell somebody, hey, I'm trying to help you, but they really didn't ask for your help and they don't want your help, but you're trying to push help on them, really you're just telling them you don't know what you're doing, so I'm going to do it for you. And that's really disrespectful. Like if someone wants the truth or they want the right answer, man, I'll preach till I'm blue in the face. As long as there's some type of effort where they're seeking something. And a person seeking something, you know, that's what a in church terms, I almost hate all these church words because this society and this world has made it look real fake. You know what I mean? But that's really what a pastor is. A pastor is a person that when a person is searching for spiritual truths, they kind of lead them. And when a person is searching for spiritual food, they kind of lead them. The pastor leads them to the pasture where they can graze and satisfy their hunger, the hunger of spiritual food. it's it's I don't know another way to put it. I could put it 10 different ways, but this society's gone. You know, you got parents that are forcing masks on their kids, like forcing medicines on their kids, and now you got them standing in the corner. So the obedience, it's kind of like when I was looking at them stickers that are on the floor, and I'm going to put the picture, like the thumbnail is going to be the picture because I had to take a picture of this when I was in the elevator. But they're God. So one way to look at it, so you're so removed of light, wisdom, and understanding that you don't even need another human to be your slave master. You're a slave to cues, meaning like statues, signs, symbols. You know, like somebody can put a sticker on the floor and bring you into obedience. It doesn't even have to be some type of other human regime with weapons and threats of violence. We'll just put stickers on the floor and signs up. Put your mask on and stand in the corner. Like you can control a whole lot of people when you don't need manpower, when people have been conditioned to follow visual signs or auditory responses over a megaphone in an airport. And I know some naysayers going to be like, "Oh, Ken, it says in the Bible that you should follow the laws of the land and this, that, and the other." Like, come on, man. You don't think that what some of the people when King Jesus was on the run, the original targeted individual, when they were trying to kill him, you don't think some cop or whatever they was like, "Hey, stop running from me and turn yourself in." It comes to a point where you have to reject the devil and he will flee. You have to think, man. That's what it is. You have to think. And thinking is the place where your soul, your mind, will, and emotions, physical, meshes with the spiritual, the Holy Spirit, and the two meet. And you need something physical to explain what the spiritual is telling you. And that's the meeting ground of the soul, right? Heaven on earth, where you got the Holy Spirit powering your soul, but your soul is observing physical things. That's why King Jesus would explain things in parables. He was full of the Spirit, but you need some type of mirror to bring the two together so you can understand where they can go back and forth. It's like a mirror, right? For you to see your reflection, you need a mirror. And while you're in a physical vessel, for you to truly understand the Spirit, it's always bounced off something physical, like a parable. That's why the parables are written that way. I'm just hitting on the same point. I'm just going around in a circle, hoping it'll make a difference or someone will grasp the understanding that this society is gone. This society is gone. These men, I felt safe. I felt safe. Has anybody realized anybody that's done anything great was not in a state where they were being safe? They stepped out of the bounds of safety. Let me give you an example of that. There could be a 1 mile square fence, and you're told to stay inside of that fence if you want to be safe. There's going to be a couple nutcases that are not going to do that. They're going to venture outside of the fence, but that's where new discoveries are. They might find another city. They might find another civilization. They might find a different variety of plants, foods, animals that weren't inside the fence. They may just run across things that changes their mindset and allows them to think differently. So it isn't about being safe. It's about having faith. And faith is what helps you overcome obstacles that are placed in front of you. Like obstacles are like fear barriers, like spiritual walls that keep you inside of a box. And to expand your territory, to expand your personal kingdom in your life, it's about conquering a new wall and expanding your territory. And that requires faith. Because if you're bound in fear and always trying to be safe, you're never going to exercise faith. And faith is something that has to be worked out. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, right? Faith is something that has to be worked out. It's an action word. It's something you apply to a situation to have you move forward in the face of adversity, even when you think it's not going to work. Fear makes you give up. Faith makes you keep going. It makes you keep pushing. And right now, I wish there was more people that would be exercising faith, that would be working out their faith muscle, that would be working their faith out so hard it hurts to where you got to recover. And that's the way you grow in the kingdom. That's all I got for this one, man. I got several other ones the Most High has given me. They're rolling around in my head. I'm gonna be putting out some more videos here soon. But if you guys have been watching the content and you like what I have to say, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. But most important, leave a comment below of what you're dealing with. And you know what? Even if you don't like my videos, hit the thumbs down button and leave a negative comment so I can go ahead and just block you off the channel. Because here's some truth. If you don't like the words Yahweh's given me to say, then why are you watching this? Like, seriously. And I know there's some of you demons that are on assignment and you have to watch me. But that's the truth. If you don't like it, like, why are you watching it? Do not devote 20 minutes of your time to something that is not aligned with your spirit. And I know you demons. What I'm saying is not aligned with your agenda. So you shouldn't really be watching this. It's time to go hard or go home. You're either going to go hard for Satan and sell your soul, or you're going to deal with the consequences of renouncing Satan's kingdom and coming to the Most High. But you know what I mean? That's all I got to say. Till next time, family, stay equipped in the full armor of God, covered with the blood, filled with the Spirit, in the name of the Son, and the power of the true living God. There's power in King Yeshua's name, and these are the end times. I am KP, and until next time, I'm out. Stay blessed, fam.